Hello lads, last season, those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today, I'm going to talk about what would have happened if Majin Vegeta had actually killed Buu with the final explosion. In case you haven't seen the other two parts, or just want to rewatch them, they will be linked in the description below. I strongly dislike Goku's dumbed down character in Super, so we're going to be skipping over Zeno's interaction with Goku. I don't think much would change anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Goku would be training with Whis trying to evolve his Ultra Instinct, while Vegeta would watch. But then, Beerus would approach Vegeta and ask him a question. He would ask him why he doesn't also pursue Ultra Instinct. Vegeta is more than capable of doing it, and the Super Saiyan God Ultimate Kaioken won't be as effective since Vegeta's body can now sustain damage. This would mean that Kaioken is very dangerous and difficult to use. Vegeta would tell the Destroyer God that the Ultra Instinct power just doesn't appeal to his fighting style as much as it does Kakarot's. He does see the merits in Ultra Instinct and does understand it's a far greater power than what Vegeta has been able to accomplish, but he feels he'll be able to find his own route to power other than Ultra Instinct. This is music to Beerus' ears, cause it means he gets to train his own God of Destruction candidate. Beerus doesn't exactly feel like stepping down from the position just yet, but it would be nice to know that if he ever wants to retire or settle down, that Vegeta could take his place. Plus, he heard that Belmont had his own God of Destruction candidate, and it'd be nice to be able to show him up. Get someone stronger than Toppo and prove that Beerus is the superior God of Destruction. Beerus would offer Vegeta the power of a God of Destruction. Goku is training in the way of the angels, but Vegeta can train in the way of the gods. Vegeta would think about it, and he doesn't want to become a God of Destruction, or at least he's not sure about becoming one. But Beerus would tell him that he doesn't have to take on the title right away. He can still get the power without having to actually take on the responsibility. Vegeta would think over it again, and he realizes that there isn't really a downside to this, plus he'd be getting a power that could potentially counter Goku's Ultra Instinct. Vegeta would begin his training almost immediately. Beerus would teach him the Hakai, and even though he can't do it super well right away, he is a fast learner and would rise from being able to destroy tiny rocks to being able to destroy entire mountains. And then for months, possibly even years straight, this is how Goku and Vegeta would be spending their time. Goku training with Whis, and Vegeta training with Beerus. The two of them would get incredibly strong, but they were not prepared for what would happen next. They would visit Earth occasionally, but when Vegeta hears that his son from the future has returned, he would have to check this out. When Goku and Vegeta arrive on Earth, Trunks would fill everyone in on what had happened, and the fact that he had beaten his version of the androids and even Majin Buu, but then an even greater threat had arisen. Little did anyone know that the Z-Fighters would actually get to encounter this threat sooner than they might have thought, as a rift would open in the sky and a mysterious Goku-looking figure would step through. After Trunks confirms that that is the guy, Vegeta would instantly power up into Ultra Ego and rush up to Goku Black using the Hakai technique to instantly erase every single atom that has ever existed of Goku Black. Well, that problem's solved, but why did Vegeta do this? Why would he go and instantly kill Goku Black if he didn't do that in the original? Well, Vegeta has just been trained to use his emotions as power. Channel his anger, his fear, his rage, his sorrow, all into strength. And after hearing everything that happened with his son and how Goku Black had pretty much just been tormenting him, Vegeta would see it as absolutely necessary to wipe that scum off the face of the earth. Trunks is confused. He's at a lack of words and he's more or less slack-jawed. Vegeta just powered up into a mysterious form he's never seen before and wiped out Black as if he was a cockroach under his boot heel. How is this even possible? How could someone be this strong? Although Trunks isn't complaining, he's actually ecstatic. He's extremely happy that Vegeta was able to do this, and even more so that Black is gone. If Trunks were to learn this same power for himself, then he'd be able to protect his future for the foreseeable future, and probably forever. With tears of joy rolling down Trunks' face, Trunks would walk over to his father and beg him to teach him the same power. He wants to be able to protect the people he loves and not have to keep coming to Vegeta and Goku for help. And this is exactly what Vegeta wanted to hear. Not only is this what he wants for Trunks, but being able to train with the future version of his son again would be a dream come true. Without another word, Vegeta would grab onto Trunks' shoulder and teleport to Beerus' planet. Before, Beerus had offered to teach Vegeta the power of a god of destruction. Vegeta had been looking around the universe for other techniques and powers to learn and adapt to his fighting style. One of the more notable ones being Yardrat, where he would have learned instant transmission and forced spirit fission. While on Beerus' planet, Vegeta would immediately begin Trunks' training. He would have Whis assist him in teaching Trunks how to use God Ki, and after a while, Trunks is actually able to turn into a Super Saiyan God. After reaching this milestone, Vegeta would have Trunks train on his own because he wants to see what the time traveler can do without his father's help. This would eventually lead to Trunks having an idea. The idea to combine Super Saiyan God with Super Saiyan. Something Vegeta had thought of but never actually put into action because he was too busy combining Ultimate with God. This would mean that Trunks is the first ever Super Saiyan Blue in this timeline. And Trunks would continue training, eventually creating his own version of Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Think of it as Super Saiyan Blue 2. It's Trunks combining all of his sorrow, all of his rage, controlling that and mixing it with Super Saiyan Blue. This wouldn't be Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, no, I'm pretty sure that was a form exclusive to Vegeta, but this would be Trunks' version of that. Trunks is making extremely good progress. He's not up to Goku and Vegeta's level yet, no, not even close, but they've been training with godly entities for far longer, and Trunks, having their power levels as goals, has been able to make extremely good leaps in strength. But after reaching his Super Saiyan Blue 2 form, Trunks would decide it's about time for him to go back to his future timeline. He thinks he's strong enough to protect everyone there, and he will continue training to hopefully even surpass his father one day. And with that, that is the end of the story of future Trunks. While in his timeline he would find the original Zamasu, although with the help of Master Roshi, who is still probably alive, he would be able to seal him away. When it comes to the Zamasu in our timeline, Beerus would never investigate him on the hunch that he might be Goku Black, because it was only that, a hunch. His ki felt odd and like that of a Supreme Kai, but he never really got that suspicion that Zamasu was actually Goku Black in disguise. It just wouldn't make sense. So, Zamasu was never investigated, meaning Goku would never fight him, meaning that Zamasu would never actually put any of his plans into action. He would continue making tea for Goasu for as long as he needs to, until he would eventually become the Supreme Kai. Although just because Zamasu has been defeated doesn't mean that peace will return to Dragon Ball forever. No. Another universe-destroying threat will arise in the form of the Tournament of Power. And yes, it is possible that Zeno wouldn't actually hold the tournament because he doesn't have the other Zeno, but, well, the alternative to that is all of the universes being erased, and I don't exactly like that ending.
Cheese.